Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. I thought today we would talk about a new MBT that is gracing the shores of Britain, which is going to be in service pretty soon, the Challenger 3 main battle tank. This is a comprehensive upgrade over the standard Challenger 2s that you all know and love, some of the most beautiful tanks when it comes to the world, which also hold some interesting records, which is always fun to look at. The Challenger 3 is a big upgrade, mainly down to the firepower, and in War Thunder we have, of course, the Challenger 3 TD, which is the tank demonstrator, but not the Challenger 3 itself, which has a few more upgrades over it. In this video, we're going to cover the Challenger 3 and also all of its bells and whistles and how it would work in War Thunder. As always, if you enjoy the content, make sure to subscribe and also like the video. Let's get started. Before we get into the video properly, I just want to mention something that Gaijin is doing. They're collaborating with Zvezda in Russia to actually create some model kits for War Thunder and also Zvezda. So you can get stuff like the T90MS, the King Tiger, the M1A1, and even stuff like the M2A2 Bradley. Now, these are only available in Russia. And this means that the kind of global Zvezda, you can't actually get access to these. But I do have a plea. I would like to get access to actually purchase these things. I'm completely fine with sending money to somebody if they are able to buy them and then also deliver them to somewhere in Europe, which isn't Russia. And I would be completely fine putting down some money for somebody's efforts. I would love to get access to these kits, so therefore we could put them together on stream or in videos just to kind of show you them. But unfortunately, I can't order them from the site and get them shipped to me. So if there is anybody out there who would be able to either act as a courier or would be able to help me out on this, I would be eternally grateful, and I'll also make it worth your while. So you can either contact me via email, or you can contact me in the comments of this video, or even just on the stream. Just hit me up and we'll sort something out. So yeah, just to let you know these exist, and I'd like to get my hands on them. The Challenger 3 isn't just a fresh coat of paint on a Challenger 2. It's being touted as practically a new tank, which is being developed by RBSL, a joint venture between Rheinmetall and of course BAE Systems. The goal? To take the existing, incredibly durable Challenger 2 hull and fit it with a completely new digitized turret and a suite of modern firepower that brings Britain back to the top tier of NATO armoured vehicles. For decades, British tanks have used rifled main guns. They were unique in NATO for this. They loved them because they were incredibly accurate at long range, firing HESH, or high explosive squash head rounds. But the Challenger 3 is ditching it. The Challenger 3 instead is adopting the Rheinmetall 120mm L55A1 smoothbore cannon. And why the switch? Two reasons: physics and also compatriots. Modern smoothbore technology, combined with APFSDS, has caught up in accuracy, but more importantly is interoperability. By moving to the L55 smoothbore, British tanks can finally share ammunition with allies like the American M1 Abrams and also the German Leopard 2 during a crisis. In a massive European conflict, logistics win wars. Being the only guy on the battlefield who needs special ammo is a strategic nightmare, and this fixes that. British tanks have also always prioritized crew survival. The Challenger 2's Dorchester armor is notoriously tough and adds to the survivability. The Challenger 3 takes the hull and adds a brand new turret with advanced modular armor. This means if a section gets hit, it can be swapped out on the battlefield or upgraded easily as new materials are invented. But the real game changer isn't the passive armor, it's the active armor. The Challenger 3 is being fitted with a trophy active protection system. Think of it as a miniature missile defense system for the tank. Radar sensors detect incoming anti-tank missiles or rockets, and in milliseconds the computer calculates the trajectory and fires a tight spread of countermeasures to destroy the threat before it even touches the tank's skin. In modern combat, where ATGM teams hide behind every bush, the trophy system is essential. Another huge upgrade for the vehicle is its internal electronics. A modern tank is basically a rolling computer data center. The Challenger 3E features a totally new open architecture digital backbone. And what does that actually mean? Well, it means the commander and also gunner have state-of-the-art thermal sights, specifically the Thales Orion sights, that allow them to hunter-killer engage targets faster, at day or night. The vehicle is purported to be a 24-hour tank. It also means the tank can easily integrate with drones and share battlefield data instantly with other units. And even though the Challenger is seen as a slow and cumbersome vehicle, there is also an upgrade to the engine. The heavy-duty Perkins CV12 engine has been upgraded alongside a vastly improved hydrogas suspension system. It's still heavy, being over 60 tons, specifically 66 tons, but at least it'll be a little bit faster around the place and also a little bit smoother for the crew, which is always nice. And since 2024, the Challenger 3 began live fire trials in Germany. The British Army and also RBSL have confirmed the first shots of the new L-55 Smoothbore were successful and also hitting targets at range. This is a massive milestone, moving the tank from prototype phase into genuine testing. The UK has ordered 148 of these monsters. The current timeline suggests that we'll see initial operating capability around 2027, with the full fleet being operational around 2030. It's a smaller fleet than before, but the argument is that 148 hyper-modern digitized tanks are worth more than 227 aging ones. The Challenger 3 is a necessary evolution. By moving on from the rifled gun and using the NATO standard smoothbore and also adopting the cutting-edge active protection, Britain is ensuring that its future in tank combat is still relevant. So in War Thunder, the Challenger 3 will be a lovely addition. The fact that we already have the Challenger 3 technology demonstrator definitely shows what the vehicle is capable of, but with an additional active protective system and then also maybe some more mobility, it will be fantastic when it comes to War Thunder. The Challengers recently got a buff when it came to its horsepower, meaning that a lot of them are a bit quicker around the place. The problem is though, I don't think that buff actually went to the Challenger 3 TD, instead that one actually stayed immobile. And with the high tiers of Britain basically giving them access to whatever you want, whether it is firepower, mobility, or even a active protection system in the Challenger 2BN, it will be nice to have a vehicle that marries all those ideas together, since many other nations have a de facto best vehicle which has all of these best features. So I welcome the Challenger 3. It will be lovely to see it, and I also welcome many other vehicles when it comes to the British tech tree. There's so many more nations that can be added to War Thunder, and many would fit perfectly in the British tech tree. But right now, just talking about good old Britain, it's lovely to finally see a vehicle that I grew up with. The Challenger 1 and then the Challenger 2 finally gets another evolution into the Challenger 3. It's one of those vehicles that's always dogged on as behind the times, or doesn't really work, or doesn't really matter, just like the Chieftain was back in the day. But these vehicles always fill their role that's intended, and are always able to hold their weight on the battlefield. As always, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. I'd just like to thank GMG Smiley, CD Beans, Chieftain Mike, EMN3 Galaxy, Tulio Pontecorvo, Brendan Quinn, Carrion Crow, Gus Irenicus, Pyman, Wartinder, Teddy, Daniel Stanton, Martinez, B. Young, Ozzy Panzer, Alan Hacker, Liam Shear, Opium Prime, Lafouche, Sem Aslan, Uncle Bean, and Derek R. for supporting the channel.